Hello guys, it's I just Pax Made here, and on today's tutorial I'm going to be making this simple dress. You can call it a summer dress or just a simple casual dress. So let's get right to it. So I'm going to be working with a 3-yard cotton fabric. So I went ahead to fold into four, your regular into four, okay? And then after folding into four, I'm going to be working with the widest part of my client's measurement, which is her hip. Her hip is 45. I'm going to be working with 45 divided by 4 plus 5 inches. So whatever is the widest part of your client's body divided by 4 plus extra 5 inches, that is what you'll be placing on your fabric that is on fold 4 parts. Okay, now after getting what I want, I subtracted 3 and went down to measure the length I'll be working with from my chest point to my knee point. Okay, now I'm stopping at this point because I want the convenience of cutting this fabric without any stress. So I ended up separating it first before cutting. So after that, I'll go back to do my fold again. So I fold back into four to take my measurements. Now, the measurements you'll be needing is your shoulder, the widest part you're working with, plus 4 inch. So it's just a very easy peasy measurement. So I just went ahead to write out the measurement we're working with. That's the widest part. Then I went to confirm the length from my chest point to my skirt length to be sure that I'm okay with it. And then when I was done, I now marked my chest point. I came down from the 3 inches to the bust point of my client by 10. Went ahead to put her shoulder and 5 inches. So her shoulder measurement is 7 plus 5 inches. That's what I did there. So her shoulder measurement plus 5 inches, and I had to check if I had the fullness I needed. And yeah, I was okay with it. Then I went ahead to just draw a straight line all the way down. Easy peasy, yes. So when I was done, I just went ahead to just cut out. Remember that we're working with a 3 yards fabric, right? So the remaining part of the 3 yards fabric is what I'll be using for the lower part of this dress, okay? So when I was done, I went ahead to measure out my sleeves, and I worked with, okay, I went ahead to measure out my sleeves and then went ahead to confirm the length for the lower part, and I was okay with it. Then I went ahead to fold my sleeves fabric. So this is what the sleeves look like. So I'll be working with a width of 13 inches, okay? 13 inches. Now you can do 15 inches, depends on you and the quantity of fabric you have. You can do less than that, depends on how full you want it to be. But I feel like this 13 inches works very, very well for me, and it's work for any other person. I mean, between size 8 and size 16, it worked very fine. Okay, so when I was done, I went ahead to place my initial main outfit, my main bodice outfit, on the sleeves just to get that accurate armpit curve. Yes, because I need it since we're doing an elastic chest area. We need to have equal armpit length and armpit curve. So while I was done, I put aside my fabric and went ahead to cut a strip. Now this strip is for encasing your elastic. So when I wanted to fix the strip, I went ahead to measure my chest area and my sleeves area, and then I multiplied it by 4. Remember that it's in 4 parts. So whatever I got, I multiplied it by 4 and I had a total of 90 inches. So which I'm going to be working with. So I ended up marking my strips by 1.5 inch, which I advise you can use 1.2 inch or 1 inch. Just control how you fold on both sides when ironing, okay? So I ended up marking 1.2 inch at the end of the day, because when I got this 1.5, I noticed it was a bit big, so I reduced it a little bit. So I got 1.2 inches. So you just fold it on both sides like this and like this, and then press it all the way down. Okay, now I'm going to be trying out two different methods for this elastic area, that is for our chest area. But before then, I'll go ahead and join my gown together. So you can use, after all of this measurement, you can use half inch to just sew it in on both sides. So you can work with half inch on both sides or 1 inch on both sides, depends on how big you want it to be. I now left a little opening at the edge at the hem area of this gown because I'll be attaching the gathers down there. Then I went ahead to sew my sleeves and also left a little opening as well because I'll be putting an elastic in it. Okay, so feel free to sew to the end, depends on the method you work with, or you can just leave the whole elastic on the sleeves if you don't want it. Okay, so when I was done, I went ahead to sew in my armpit point. I joined my blouse armpit to the armhole of my top. So I joined the armhole of my gown with the armhole of my top. Okay, and then this is what it looks like. So far so good. Okay, so we are making progress. Then I'll go ahead and hem the upper part of this dress. I went ahead to hem the upper part all the way around. I used half inch on a double fold, half inch twice on a double fold. Okay, then when I was done, I said I was going to be trying out two methods. Now one with the elastic base only, and then the second one I'll be doing my encasing where I would fix in my elastic. Now if you ask me which I prefer, I actually prefer the second method, and that was what I finally settled with. Why? Because it came out a lot neater, and by doing this method here, dragging this elastic, I feel like we had stretched out all of the elasticity, but with the other method it was easier to follow. So I went ahead to loosen one part of the elastic. You can see how I ironed my strip. So I went ahead, loosened one part of my armhole so that I could have a channel where I would start my stitching from. Okay, so after loosening one part of my armhole, I went ahead to run my stitch on both sides. I made sure that my um elastic channel is fully closed up. Now you see that this is a lot neater, and this elastic, when passed in through the channel, still maintains its elasticity. So for me, this is a better method to do this dress. Okay, so this was what I finally settled with for this my client's clothes. So I went ahead to use an office pin to pass in the elastic all through till I was satisfied. Now take note that while passing, you have to pin this other edge so that the elastic doesn't get lost inside the channel. So while you push and push, be careful and don't forget to check. Okay, so while passing the elastic and I was done, I went ahead to spread the elastic all round the chest area. Now I worked with an elastic of 35 inches. You can just simply use her um chest measurement, then you subtract maybe 5 or 6 inches, or if the person has your body size, you can just use the elastic firm round your chest area, connect it to your hand to determine how wide the elastic will be. But for me, I ended up using her shoulder multiplied by 4. Her shoulder is 7 multiplied by 4 plus 2 inches because I ended up with a 30-inch elastic. Okay, so when I was done with that, I ended up closing it up, and then I went straight ahead to draw my gathers. I hope this video is clear and we are all following. Please let me know if this video was useful to you, and if you tried out this dress, you can make it for your mom, or just if you're among the rich auntie category, or you're the big side, let's say like your busty and the rest, this dress will really fit your hair. So when I was done, I went to fix up my gathers and dragged the gathers till I was satisfied. Remember that you are not just dragging these gathers blindly, you're working with the measurements you have on the hemline of your dress, because that is where you're connecting the gathers to. So I was sure to measure what I had there, and then drew, like I dragged the gathers till I got the yardage, or I got what I was going to be working with. Okay, so I dragged the gathers to fit in my lower part, the hem part of my dress. Now you can do one line or you can do two line, but usually I love to do two lines because it helps in case one of the threads cut. I know that I have a backup plan. Okay, so when I was done, I just went ahead to join the gathers part to the dress. Remember that I left like about 2 inches opening, right? So this is 2 inches opening. Now I'm going to be fixing in my gathers all the way to the end of this hem part, and now this is what it looks like. Then I went ahead to hem the down part to have a finished look. And voila, this is basically all you need to know about this dress. It's very easy to make and it's very comfy to wear. I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel. See you on the next one. Bye.